Now rain falls on a city crosswalk. Warren King walks along a street.
The treatment that Bob just can't bring himself to try is the treatment that saved Warren King's life. By 2008, Warren had given up on the treatments he was getting. Then he came across an ad in a newspaper.
I'm reading in the paper, and I see this University of Pennsylvania, PTSD, come to 3535 Market Street. So I said to myself, oh, here come another fluke. Here come another VA. You know what I mean? They're going to give me medications. But they didn't.
At the University of Pennsylvania, researchers were developing a form of CBT called prolonged exposure therapy. Instead of hiding from his traumatic memories, this therapy would require Warren to embrace them, to relive them over and over again until his fear of them diminished. Reliving horror isn't easy. 5 weeks into his treatment, Warren was still trying to avoid the pain.
In the therapist's office, subtitles appear. You think you can do this one more time for today? Sitting in a chair, Warren shakes his head. Okay, starting to feel ucky. You really know how to push it, don't you? I gotta let you know that nobody ever pushed me like this.
You can do this, that's why. That's why I'm pushing, because I know you can do it.
Warren sighs. Only for you, Coach.
Only for you, Coach.
I wish you could come here with me.
I wish you could come here with me.
I wish you could come and see what I see.
I wish you. If anybody could come with, I wish you could come and see what I see.
I'm trying.
You know, because it's a dilly.
Warren slumps in his chair. I want to cry, but I can't cry. I feel it in my eyes, but I can't cry. What am I, dead inside?
What, dead inside?
It's okay. You'll cry when you need to.
Now, in his living room, Warren sits stiffly on a sofa watching television.
Warren needed to face his memories both in and out of his therapist's office. The movie Full Metal Jacket had always sent Warren into a panic. Now, he forced himself to watch the movie again and again. Eventually, it began to get easier.
Clinical psychologist Barbara Rothbaum.
We think that what's happening in exposure therapy is new learning. A lot of times people years ago used to think that in our work with anxiety that we were erasing a fear memory, and we know that that's not true. We're not erasing the memory, we're teaching the person new things. We're teaching them, for example, I don't need to be scared of this memory. Yes, this was a terrible thing that happened, but I don't need to be scared of it. I can go there, I can think about it, I can talk about it, and I'm okay. And that's new learning.
Warren meets with psychotherapist Sandy Capaldi.
After 18 sessions, Warren's progress is unmistakable.
What I wanted to ask you to do today was to go through the story again, to do the Imaginal Exposure. And you remember how we do that. We have you talk about what happened from your memory. You know, close your eyes and really try to visualize it and put yourself back there, really try to revisit it. Close your eyes, visualize the memory, and start talking about it.
We came in, we started taking machine gun fire. And everybody know that sound. When you hear that sound, you have to get down low as you can. You're afraid. And more you're going, you see people lying there with their guts out. There's nothing you can do for them. Then they're calling you by name. That's the worst part, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know, doctor, you just gotta keep moving on. You just gotta go there and do your job, you know what I mean? And it's no time for guilt. Because we was always told, kill or be killed. That's the name of the game. I'm okay. No sweating on their hands, no headache, a little teary, but as far as that, I'm all right.
Now with Dan Gilbert.
Let me ask you this. If I had PTSD and I was haunted by dreams and haunted by thoughts, I'd want to get away from them. And the last thing I would do would go see a therapist who says, oh no, we're gonna talk about them. I'd say, oh no, I see enough of that at night. I don't want to see that during the day. Can you relate to people feeling that way?
Well, I used to be like that. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to say nothing about it. But you gotta face it.
Do you think there are a lot of soldiers who might not even ask for help because they have kind of this sense that I'm supposed to be brave, I'm supposed to make my way through this, I'm not supposed to ask other people to help me?
Well, they're fools. They are fools. Because sometimes you need to drop that macho thing and ask for help, because if you don't ask for help, you're gonna die. And that's what you're gonna be, macho man? Well, you know something? The graves are full of macho men.
In a cemetery, Warren plants a small American flag on a grave. He stands tall and salutes. Dr. Barbara Rothbaum.
I've been doing this work for over 20 years now, and at times the emotion in the room is just palpable. It's raw. I have felt like I was holding someone's broken heart in my hands. It's been so raw. But part of what I've taken away from this work is the resilience of the human spirit. It is just amazing what we can go through and how we can come through it at the other side and be okay.
Would you say you're better now? Not just a little better, but all better?
Well, I'm not gonna say I'm all better, but I know how to handle PTSD. You never get rid of PTSD. There's no cure for it.
It doesn't sound like your treatment helped your life. It sounds like it gave you your life back.
The day I went to that program till the day is the best years of my life I ever had. I have a life. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not letting it beat me. You know what I mean? I am doing well than I ever been in my whole 30-something years when I had PTSD. You know what I mean? What more can I say? I'm a happy camper.
Fade to black. Now on the Coney Island